G'day mate, and welcome back to Capital Industry with me, Jitty. With our last episode, getting our copper smelting up and running, and now means I have access to electronics, which means we need to move on with the rest of the things on the island. First thing I need to do is I need to get a new copper mine up and running, and I also need to get a new gold mine up and running before I run out of gold, because frankly, if I run out of gold, that is the end of the world, that is the end of the universe. But before I do that, I need to ask, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like, I like to borrow a like in the video, not happy the video, didn't enjoy the video. Well, obviously, it's going to be no gold for you. Actually, what am I talking about? It's going to be no gold for you no matter what. We have, well, two of you unhappy still. We know about that. You are getting fairly full. That's okay. We're going to tell you if you complain only if you get full. This one is being a little bit more empty, which is good. And we have radioactive waste decomposing every year. But what I need to do is I need to, well, do nothing about the population because I'm still very, very close to our poop limit of 640, so I only have about 30 spare, and until this reactor disappears, I can't really do much about it. So once this reactor's gone, then, actually, can I turn off that? Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Now it says 100% fuel in the reactor. Okay, once we've burnt through the last 86 nuclear fuel, then I can finally decommission this reactor and then expand out our poop situation. Until then, I need to do what I can on the island. We are still researching rocket capacity, and then I need to get more vehicles because we're going to be setting up 2 mines today. First mine I need to set up is, of course, a copper mine over here because this is going to be in our way. In fact, it's sticking out just a little bit as is. And I also need to get gold up and running because we're down to 15,000 gold. And I'm using gold way faster than I'm making it because the only way I'm making it is from old gold we're recycling back out. So this system here has been decommissioned for a long time. It needs to be fully packed up, along with our little slag train is going to have to get retrofitted across to hydrogen, but not before I get the new system up and running. So I need to have 2 things. I need to have our little gold build, which I have already put down right here. It's not where it's going to live. It's going to need a couple of modifications to be upgraded for big trucks. Also, I need to put in a mine somewhere here to grab the copper, and also put in a mine somewhere here to grab the gold. So we're going to start with, obviously, mines, I think is probably the best spot to start. Can I get blueprints, please? And also to Mark II. Can I put you here? Now, on resources are on the same side as the mine control tower, so I need to flip you, please, because I'm going to be bringing the gold out from here along the coastline and processing it probably over here. And I need a second one for this copper right here. Now, you're going to have to be placed significantly further back just because this part of the island is very, very narrow. I also need to move this line. Can I disconnect this here? And can I disconnect this, say, here, and then remove all that? Because I need to bring the train tracks through first. So we're going to start with the trains. Come on, train. I need you to come this way. And that divot. That divot is one thing I'm worried about. Can I have you go to height 6 and then come down? Yeah, and then go back up. Perfect. Okay. Now, realistically, I want to get this train track, well, past here and up this hill, which is slightly problematic as I don't think I can even get on this hill. Can I come down a bit? Okay, I can sort of get... Oh, no. Okay, can we hit T to lock the direction? Come on, up. There we go. Uppies, uppies. Okay, so we can get uppies and we can get to... can I go straight back to height 6? Okay, so that's one line done. Can I get the other line? We're going to go from here to here to here to straight across bucket and go over the bucket. Excellent. To here. And then... Come on, trains. Can I lock direction? Okay, that's not the direction I wanted locked. T to lock direction? Okay, T. I know I can hold shift. Oh, well, that didn't even lock to start with. Okay, can I stop here? Okay, you moved across the tile. Can I have that disconnected there? Can I rip out that whole section? And can we try again? Okay. Here to here to here to... Okay, that gets us up to height 6. Thank you. Can I go to this one? Can I go down a few tiles? More tiles? Okay. And that gets us both ends up here at height 6. Okay, the incline's a little bit steep, but it'll do, and it's not very even, but again, it'll do. All right, So that's our 2 train tracks. Obviously, I need to have a way to get a train off the main line, and then you it looks like you're going sideways. What are you at? You're at height 5. Oh, okay. That explains so much. Can I remove from there to there? Thank you. I want you to be at height 6, please. Yeah, there to there at height 6. Okay. All right. So I need to get off the main line into a copper loading station and then back onto the main line. I also need to obviously reconnect this pipe, which we're just going to run across the edge like so, and plug into there. Okay. So can I get that built? All right. So let's start with gold. All right, gold, we're going to need a few things. Obviously, I need to bring in brine. Also need to bring in filter medium. Need to remove slag. Slag is going to be going on the train. Need to bring in sand. Need to bring in sulfur. And I need to bring in gold ore. Gold ore, we're going to be mining, and it's just going to be fed directly into this. I don't even think I'm going to need a bucket for that. I do need to change out some of these. So filter medium. Can I put that back? Because now we can do this. Can I just put you over the top of the U? Can I put you over the top of you? And sand, I also want to upgrade. Can I move you over? Okay, I can't move you over 2 tiles. I'm going to move you over 1 tile. Can I move you over a tile? Can I move you over a tile? Why do you say you don't connect? Oh, of course. It goes that way. That's why you say you don't connect. Okay. No. Can I have you go there? Can I have sand be, copy, thank you. Sand can be a bigger bucket. You're still meant to be sand with a bring me sand. And water, we're going to take off the main line. And this is sulfur. Okay, sulfur, I'd also like to be a bigger bucket if I could. Bigger buckets means it's higher likelihood that a big truck will do the delivery rather than a small truck. That's really what I'm aiming for. Okay, so that's what I need. I also need to load up gold. And can I take this and can I put this probably in this direction? That way trucks have access on this side to do all the loading of all the different items. I need to have brine. Brine, we're going to need to have 18, so I need to have 3 lots of brine, which is water. Can I have an evaporation pond? Can I have a Mark II? I want a Mark II here with a Mark I beside it, please. Thank you very much. Okay. I need, that recipe, and I need copy recipe, paste recipe. Okay. So I need to have 1.5 sea pumps. Can I have a pump, please? Please? Oh, this coastline's horrible. Here? Okay, 2 pumps. We're going to need a Mark II pipe. You get to come out. You get to come out. And then from here, we can just run through the sea if needs be. It really doesn't matter. As long as the pipe connects, everybody's happy. Can I go to here, here, here? Yeah, we're just going to go around the edge of the cliffside. Can I plug you into there and into there? Okay, that's our brine. Brine, I need a single pipe out. You're going to come to here. And you're going to come to here, and then Brian needs to go in that side. And I do have a tile here. Cool. Can I bring this at height 5? That way there's the best chance that big trucks can get underneath. Can I come to here? Can I come to here? And then can I drop that in there? Okay. So that's our brine, which needs to be flipped and run the correct direction. Can I remove that? Can I remove that? Okay. So that's brine. Water. Water I need to get from... well, basically here. I only need a little bit of water, right? Yeah, I need to input 12 water per minute. So I need the tiniest amount of water. So this should work. Can I bring this? Okay, we're going to come this way first, which is a problem because I need to build train stations here. Okay, we're going to leave you hanging out right here, and then we'll find you in a second. All right, train stations. I need to be able to load copper ore. So first thing is we need to get off the main train track. I don't want to cross the tracks, so I need to have you be rotated, other rotated, yep. I want you to be locked to a 30 Well, that's what I want you to do. Yep, I want you to go there, and then I want you to come down, and then do me a turn, please. Come on. You keep showing me things. No, that's crossing. Okay, you're going to come down first between the train tracks. Uh-huh. And then turn. Okay, is the turning part you don't like doing. All right, can I have you come down? Steep down is fine because it's down, not up. All right, let's gain speed rather than lose speed. And then, come on, I need you to come to here. I need you to turn. Okay, preferably, I want a yellow turn. Yeah, yellow turn. Thank you. And I want another yellow turn after that. All right, to do this, I need 2 train tracks. We need to move this as close to the train track as possible, and then move this as far away as possible. No. Okay, there. I can't remove that. Okay, so then can I have you continue with the turn? Okay, can I try again? So can we come from here? Can I lock you to 30? Okay, so we can get a nice turn out of here, and then bring this to here. Okay, all right. So this is where we're going to bring out the copper train. Copper train is going to come here. It's also going to be where we're going to be bringing out the gold train. And then I need to load up both trains. Ooh. We're not bringing gold across at the moment. Okay, I'm going to plan to bring across gold in the future. We'll see whether it actually happens or not. Can I remove that short one? Yeah, we're going to plan to see whether that happens in the future. All right, trains. I need to work out our new train length because these trains are going to be longer. If we look at what I've built here, I have, rather than having 8 unload stations, I have 16 unload stations. I have 3 fuel stations, but our current trains, if I find a current train, already has 3 locomotives. But I am going to need 6 locomotives because if I'm going to double the length of the train, I want to double the amount of engines. So I want to, actually, I'm best off if I do it this way. So can I go to click a train and then click duplicate? And then I want to double length the train. So I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, I want to have 1, 2, 3. That should give me the same stats after I drag the locomotives to the front of the train. And one more. Okay, so that should give me the same stats. Also gives me a total length of 110 tiles. Can I have you be new line? I'm going to click build. And then build queue. Yes, you're in the queue. Okay, so that's going to be our new train, 110 tiles. That's the magic number I need. So we need to come back to here and then back into blueprints. I want to grab trains. I want to grab station stackers. I want a 6-lane one-sided stacker start, please. Can I put you here? And can I get the end piece place? Can I put you here? Cool. Then I need to have 110 tiles. So if we come to here, I need to add just a couple of tiles on the end because I found out the curves, even though that it indicates that you can stop here, it can't actually stop there, and then it has issues. So I need you to go to 110 plus a couple of tiles. Just a couple. Thank you. Then can I cut this and can I put this back here? So this is going to be the area I need for stacking before I even get to loading. Can I have this? Okay, can I join this to here? And then can I cut there to there? And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So this gives me room for 3 very, very big trains. That's fine. I also need to have a loading station for gold, which can be over here, just like the copper's going to be over here. And if you came out from here and you turned back this way, you'd end up over here. If I then had it loading here, we could then load and the train could leave, jump over this line and get to here and get back on the main line without having any crossings. That technically works, but I'd have to slide the whole thing up. Or I have the loading all the way over here, which means I take twice the length, but half the depth. I think we're going to go for twice the length and half the depth. Okay, can we remove that? All right. So then I need to have my loading station. My loading station is going to be the exact same or the exact reverse of my unloading station. So can I get from here, please? Thank you. Here to here. All right, can we bring this over? And can I drop this right about here? I do need to have extra at the front before for the front of the train, but that doesn't really matter because the train is going to... okay, can I come from here? I want to go up. Yep, and then onto the main line, preferably without that yellow bit. Okay, so can I go to here, and then can I lock you to that one? Perfect. All right, so that is our copper loading station. Obviously, I need to add a whole lot of belts to it. I also need to add some copper buckets to it. Buckets-wise, buckets are very, very cheap. I don't pay any maintenance on them, so we're going to have multiple buckets right here. Also, our trains, if you looked at how much they're going to load, they're going to load an awful lot of ore for one single locomotive. So, yes, it's going to be perfectly fine if I have a whole bunch of buckets. I also need to, and this is where things are going to get a little bit difficult, I need to be able to load this fast enough. Okay, now if I bring in 4 belts and then I put it through a balancer and then I run 4 belts into each one of these, that means they're all limited to a belt each. What I really like to do is limit them to 2 belts each. Now, blueprints wise, I have got blueprints. I have a whole bunch of blueprints. In fact, one of the blueprints I have is really not in this folder. Oh, okay. It's available on the Capital Industry Hub. It's one that's been there for a while, and that is an 8-lane balancer. So I could put in an 8-lane balancer and take out of the bucket 8 lanes. We can get to exactly how to do 8 lanes out of a bucket in a minute, plug it in here, and then take each one of these and feed 2 of each one of these into each one of these train stations. So not have this balancer here and just have 8 lanes, 2 into each one of them. That would work. That would give me enough throughput that I could load up the train awfully quickly, which is really what I want to do. My other option is I could have a balancer here, and then I could make sure that out of this balancer that only has 8 exits total, I have 8 lanes in and 8 lanes out. And that's probably what I actually want to do. So what I need to do is I need to manipulate this to make sure it has twice the amount of outputs that it thinks it does. And we can do that by using a certain amount of cabinetry tools that are not limited by belt speed. Those being, of course, lifts and also connectors. So I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 out. 4 out. Yeah, 4. Whoop. Out. And then I need to have 4 in from the bucket. Okay. So I need to have then you have a U-shaped lift. Okay. So I'm going to put that one there. We're going to flip you that way. We're going to put you here. I'm going to make sure you're in as well. We're going to put you here and you here. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take 2 belts out of each one of these. So this is going to be 1 belt. And then for me to get a second belt, I need to have, can I get a loose? Can I have a connector? Can I put a connector here and a connector here? Because connectors and lifts are not limited, that means I can now get 2 belts out of this connector and into this, 2 belts out of this lift, into this connector, 2 belt throughput to this connector, and then 2 belts into this lift that brings it into this balancer. And then I get, well, after that point, it then gets split out over 4 lanes, each lane being half, each one being half a lane's worth. Yeah. Okay. Can I get this? Can I flip it? And can I put this here? And then I also need to do the same over here. So we're going to have you have a connector. We're going to have you go from here to here to here to here to here. Doesn't matter which direction the bolts are going for right this second. Can I have you go there to there to there? Helps if I put in the connector beforehand. You go in there and you feed into that. Cool. Can I then do the same over here? So can I get a connector? Can I put a connector here, please? Can I have you go from here to here to here to here, and then from there to there to there? Cool. All right, so that's all my outs. As for my ins, I want buckets. I want lots and lots of buckets because I want to be able to store up as much copper ore as possible. I'm going to need to do the exact same trick. So out, 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 and out, and out, and out. And can I actually slide this back just a little bit so I have a little bit more working room? And can I go from, actually, no, I need to put in the connector here first, and the connector here first, connector here first, here first, here, 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 and here. Cool. All right, so can I get out from you into you? Can I get out from you into you? Can I get out from you? No, out from this side, please. Thank you. Into you, out from there, into there, out from there, into there, out from there, into here, out from that one, yes, into there, out from there, into there. Cool. All right, so that's going to be our copper ore loading. That means buckets-wise, I'm going to have, let's go with that many buckets. That many buckets seems like a reasonable amount of buckets. Can I also upgrade all those buckets to tier 3, because they're going to cost an awful lot of construction parts to start with. All right, then I have my copper mine itself. My copper mine itself is going to need to output from here. I'm going to want to have, actually, can I have a connector here? Connector, please. Can I have a connector here? And can I have a connector here? You are going to output there. And you are going to output here. Can I get you to go that way? Can I get you to go that way? And then both of those need to be at height 5. That's at height 5. Remove you. Can I get you to go at height 5 as well? And then can I get you and you to be at height 5? Now, I'm only going to carry 2 belts from one to the other, because I only need 2 belts from the mine. The idea is, well, I can upgrade and add more belts if I need to, but the idea is it's about the train loading speed, because when I need ore, I need to have ore being able to be delivered quickly. The diggy boys are going to be able to dig ore at whatever rate they can get ore at, but what speed they load it into the train, what speed they load it in the train is what really matters. What speed that we can actually get it out of the ground, that's a whole separate thing that I don't have nearly as much control over. Okay, on top of that, I also need to have a rock loading station, which hopefully means... No, I literally just put those belts in the way. Okay, can I remove you and you? Can I remove that? Can I remove that? Can I bring this out just a little bit, and then actually a little bit less? Can I bring this to here? And then out to here. Okay, rock loading. I need to have a rock loading station. We're just going to copy an existing one because there's no point reinventing the wheel. I'm not upgrading the rock loading to longer trains just yet. We're just going to hopefully supplement it with multiple trains. Can I have you go flipped? And then can I put you here as far forward as possible? And then I want you to link into there. Okay, can I remove... No, I'm not going to remove that. I am going to remove the diesel. Yep. Can I remove the diesel? Because you're going to get swapped across to hydrogen sooner or later. And that can be our rock loading. Okay, can I go back to copper? Copper needs to go into here. I need to remove from there to there and there to there, so I can get a support from there to there, so the trucks have more room to be able to get through. Can I remove that one? You might not work, because I have an awful lot of track I need to go over. No, you work fine. Okay, so that's our copper loading. As for our rock loading needs to come all the way up to here, and you have an odd amount of buckets, which is odd amount of stations. So can I have... they are raised up, which means I could run 6 and a 6. Let's do that, just so we have the advantage of having the throughput should I need the throughput. Okay, can I have you go there? Can I have you go here? Can I have you go here? Okay, you are going to be an in, an in, and an in. I need to have Mark 3 belt. So we're going to have you, plus can I have a connector, and then a connector. Yeah, connector, and then we're going to go like that. Okay, can I have another connector here? And can I have a connector here? We're going to have a straight belt that goes to here, and then a connected belt that goes to here. Can I have another connector here? And you are going to go to, actually, can we go that way and into there? And then you are going to come out and go like so. All right, so that is our rock loading station. which means I need to get rock from A to B. I'm not too worried about the rock right at the moment because we have an awful lot of place around this gold mine that I need to dump stuff into to start with. So for the moment, you are going to be, is it this tower? No, it's this tower. Yes, this tower, this tower. Can I have you be an import route from here? And you're going to allow dumping. And yes, we're just going to dump all the rock and the dirt locally for right now. Okay, assuming trucks can get through this mayhem of train tracks and everything else. All right, so this is step one. I need to have this up and running. So can I get the trucks? I have 300 unis, so I guess... Well, actually, no. The trucks can build it because it's miles away. Can I have that built? Can I have train track supplies? Train track supplies, I need to have at least this part done. So can I have that part done? Can I have... that part done, and can I have that part done, and can I have the trucks work on all of this? Yes, and this whole station needs to be done, and that needs to be done, and that needs to be done. Okay, now that's done, I need to do this one. Okay, so I need to have a few things. I'm going to need to have a slag loading station, which we're going to have to come back to. Honestly, going to have to come back to that one. It's only a little train, but getting it on and off the main line is going to be definitely an issue if I want to maintain speed. I don't really need to maintain speed with that one, but I do need to get it done. I also need to get this built. Can we get this built? And I need to get resources out of this. So, gold. Because gold only has one input, and it's going to run at a maximum speed of 144 times 3. 144 times 3. 432. Has a max speed of 1 belt's worth. So can I put you here? Actually, can I put you not there? Can I put you here? Okay, can I have this? Can we have... Okay. Can you go to height 5, please? Can we cut? Can you put here so you can be a happy little boy? Can I have this go from here to here? Okay. So from here, I need to bring gold. And... trucks park here, then they drive around. Yep, so I need to make sure that there's enough room for the trucks to do exactly that. Can I have you come to here, and then, okay, that part. And then we need to come to this edge, and then I need to come up to the very edge of the here, and then I'm going to have at least 5 tiles between the train track and this belt, and then this is where things are going to get very, very awkward. Okay, so can we go that way? Can we go this way, and across the sea, and over here, and so, struggling to find a destination, I'm pretty sure means he's chopped every tree is in his area. Tenji has no fuel. I don't know where Tenji is, so we're going to have to find out where Tenji is and then solve that in a minute. Can I go this way? Can I go around this? Because I don't really want to have belt supports on this little raised hill, because I'm probably going to end up flattening it. Can I go to here? Can I remove this box? And can I remove that? So we can then go from here to here. Okay, all right, so that should be everything I need apart from water, and water is all the way over there. Can I get the water to go through this section? Okay, can I get water to go from here to here to here to here? To giant buckets in the way, so it means we're going to go around the buckets to... Okay, to over here to at height 5. Can I go this way just the smallest amount? And then water needs to come into this balancer. So can we go to here, and then there, and then you stay high till we get to here, and then drop it. Okay, cool. So that's our water done. That should be everything I need for gold. The only other thing I want to do is have gold outputs on this belt. Okay, this belt, I want you to have a lift, just like we do. Actually, you don't even need a lift. Can I have a bucket? Can I have a bigger bucket? Can I put a bigger bucket here? Can I bring the gold belt out and tuck it into there? Cool. Can I move you to there? Great. Can I have you and you removed. And then I want to flip the gold belt to go to left instead. And then we can have, well, as many buckets as I need. I do need to have a notification. Okay, can I set you to be gold so that way I can put a notification on you? Tell me when you are greater than 75%. Okay, so that should be gold done. All right, can we go check down these guys? So you have done. You have chopped all the trees from this area, except for that one tree right there. Edit area. No, wrong one. Edit destination. Edit that. Cool. You found one more tree to go chop. All right. So can I remove all these designations just so we don't have to see them anymore? He has successfully come out here just in his lonesome and chopped all these trees, which is great because the less trees in the way, always the better. Can I remove all of this? Oh, sorry. So close. Edit designations, those. Pause. Okay. All right. Can I remove all of that and all of that and all of this, all of that. Now, I do need to get a digging team over here. I do need to flatten all this out so it's actually usable space. We are going to attempt to ask the other tree guys to, oh, well, they're already marked. So we're going to attempt to ask tree guys to come do that. I'm pretty sure they can't get to any of them. We can have them attempt to do that one as well, and that little wild tree right there as well. Okay, so low pressure what? His output just deemed depleted. Output is full. Well, the reactor's off, that's why. Because we burn it through all the fuel. Yep, 34 fuel. Which technically means there's probably some fuel to come across here, but it's too low amount for the trucks to actually deliver. But that's good enough for me. And that means we can now get rid of this reactor. But can I go back to... Okay, you're just stuck. Can I stop you getting stuck in the future by removing those plants? Okay, yeah, fertilizer we're fine. And Tenji is over here. You have a fuel station. It is not assigned to you. Okay, it's a bad copy and paste. Can I assign that to this one? There you go. That solves that problem. Are you diesel or are you hydrogen? You are hydrogen. Okay. We are still processing trucks across. We're currently working on the titanium tower. There's 6 more trucks to go. And we can come back to this. Okay. So most of the buckets are built. I need to have this section built, please, for choose. And I need to have the train tracks. The train tracks can wait for the moment. I need to have that built, and I need to have Diggy Boys come over here and start servicing things. I need to have this built. I need to have this built. Not train tracks, please. Okay. Pause. Okay, not the train tracks, not just yet. Can I have that built just in case? Can I remove the no stopping from those sections? Excellent. And I also want to remove the non-stopping from this and this. Okay. Can I have gold? We're going to need to have the bottom end built through to at least the first processor being done. I don't know if I want to have all 3 of them running. I don't know until we know how much gold we're going to burn through and how quickly we can get the gold out of the ground. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to go find a crew to actually run it. So that means I need to come to here where I've been grabbing any extra Diggy Boys. And can I bring 3 and 3 off this? Also means I can cut that back by a whole lot. And we're going to have to send them right the way across the map. So can I have you? You are going to be at an area is going to be all of this, please. All of this. Okay, what can you put in the ground? You can put in the ground any dirt and any rock you find, please. Can I get 1, 2, 3? And can I get 5? And can I have them head out to here? Okay, as for this one's going to be our copper. I need you in an area. Can I have everything from here to here? And I want, again, 3 and 5. And I want you to start digging right here at the front. This is why I haven't built these train tracks yet, because If I had, they'd probably get knocked over. In fact, that pipe might get knocked over as well. We'll have to wait to see, but hopefully it doesn't. And I want them to start working on that area. Okay. I want you to start working on everything. I just want the whole... I want to have this tool. Yep. No, this tool. Leveling tool. So we're just going to mark all of this level around the coastline. So that way they can dig and fill at the same time. And I also need to grab you. I need you to have an export route into the gold mine as well. That way you can send your materials over here. And that should be that process started. Okay. You can't work out how to get there. Cool. So you can drive to here. You can drive this way. You can't drive through that. You have to go across this crossing, cross here. Then you can't get through. Okay, you can get out through there. So you can go to here. Then you can come sideways. Then you can come through here. Then you can drive. You can't drive over. Definitely can't drive over. Okay. So if I tell you to drive here, preparing for navigation, yeah. And you are navigating. Okay, so they can't get through this little section. So can I have you guys? No, your tower. Can I have you re-edit? I want you to do just this section, please. And I need you to open this back up. So can we have this ripped out, please? Right now. All of you. All right. I want to have this up and running because having the mixed iron copper has been dangerous. Has been dangerous for a long time. So I want to have a pure copper. We already have a pure copper back here, but the problem is, well, we're definitely at the point where there's a whole lot of other material in the way. Can I also have them rip out this? Now they've gone and ripped out part of the mountain. And speaking of that one is being fed by a belt right the way across. We also have this, the old coal belt, which I can now also remove. That takes us to here. Which then takes us to... I'm going to leave this in play. Do I leave it in play? I'm only talking about that section. No, there's no point leaving it in play. Oh, actually... This outputs compost. And currently compost... We are leaving in a bucket and having trucks remove it, and they're doing a bad job of removing it. So that coal belt here comes through to here, through to here, and then heads this way across the factory. I could bring the compost down into here and have it processed here. You're actually not processing compost fast enough. Okay, we need to look at that with the improvement to the waste meter. All right, so I'm going to, rather than trying to rethread that belt a second time, I'm going to disconnect it here and remove that end of it. I don't need to have that end of it anymore. It should deconstruct it all the way back to here. I'm going to get rid of this lift, and that way we have a partial of that for if I decide I need to use it in the future. Okay, all right, this reactor... I really want them to move across the last of the fuel. Because otherwise I'm literally going to delete it. It's in this box, right? 4. Okay, they've already moved across. There's 4 left. You have 200 waste. 200 waste is going to run here, which will slowly get turned into a little bit of reprocessed uranium 4%. Which will get turned into enriched uranium 4%, which I'm probably going to have to turn into enriched uranium 20%, so I don't waste it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off this, and this. Yep. I don't want you to have any more enriched uranium in you because it's not going to help me. And enriched uranium turned into uranium rod is absolutely useless to me now. All right. So can we come back to this reactor? Can I have the trucks who are working hard come out and remove all of this and you? Oh, it just turned back on. Well, it just turned back on. Can I have that removed? 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 Can I have you not have any inputs, not have any outputs. You can burn the last little bit and spin these generators back up. As you can see, this does overpressurize. If you turn it off, it has a situation where it can't turn the last depleted steam back into clean water because there's just no room in the tank. But if it's running, all those areas go away. Nice little feature of the blueprint. Make sure it is absolutely always full of water. Okay, can I have you guys? Can I have you drive to here? Okay, so you've made it that far. Okay, you can definitely now path across that. Can I have you? So you can path to there. You can path across here. You can path to here. You can cross there. You can go under here. You can then get to here. You can cross here. You can cross here. You can get down to here. You can cross here. You can then drive through the copper mine to here to pipe. Okay, pipe. It's the pipe. Okay, can I remove that? Can I remove that? Remove. And can I find one of my 50 pipes? We already have one of them right here. Can I copy you? And can I put you... Oh, that's not enough of it. Can I copy from here to here, please? Thank you very much. Can I put that here? Can I delete that? And then hopefully you just slot into place. You do. Okay. Can I go back to... Full output. You're full of rock. It's fine. It'll disappear. Alright. Where is those diggy boys? Okay, I don't see them parked. There they are. They're driving. Okay. Pause. Okay. Can you drive to here? Yes. Okay. Can you drive to here? Yes. Okay. Can you drive to here? Yes. Okay. Can you drive to... Oh. There's a plant in the way. Okay. Solved. Alright. Can I get that done? Alright, so it's going to be our water into our gold. This is going to be filled. It's going to take a minute or 3 to get filled. This is going to be filled. That's going to take even longer. You are going to be an empty filter medium. I'm going to drag that all the way up just so it's done once the trucks are idle. Obviously, we need to get the gold miners over here, and they're going to take a minute or 5 to get here. And yes, this means I should now have a copper and also a gold mine up and running. We don't have anywhere for them to dump rock anywhere else apart from, well, right into their mines. I also probably need to start bringing the hydrogen pipe out this way so I can start looking at swapping over this copper mine to hydrogen, also the quartz mine to hydrogen, which is doing a very, very good job of making a very large hole. Can we turn on that overlay? Okay, so I definitely need to have more material dumped in, see, here, and here, and here, and all of this. Yep, I have a feeling this one goes a good way out to the sea. And okay, we're going to square that off. And also it looks like this needs to be wider as well. Yeah. But because we're digging out from the bottom, it does mean I am picking up some rock. Not a lot of rock, but I am picking up some rock which we can use to fill into the sea. You still can't get there. So you are, and I haven't named the towers, so you could be the gold one. You are the gold one. Okay, so the gold one can't get here because train tracks. That's what I thought. Okay, can I remove that from there to there? That should now give you access. Can I remove that as well? And we now confirm by having you drive to... So you can drive it under there. You can drive around this. You can drive through here. You haven't updated the Pathfinder. Pathfinder just updated. Okay, show me again. Yep. You can now get all the way out to where you need to be, which means you're not driving. You just started driving. Perfect. All right. So they're now driving as well. That means those 2 mines are up and running. I do need to have the bigger train be built, and I have a number of trains already built and in the queue. So I need to probably scrap some of these trains or set them up to deliver copper. No, we can't set them up to deliver copper. I could maybe set them up to do rock. We're going to need a couple more rock trains. So I'll have to make a decision about those. As for everything else seems to be going fine. I am very, very much limited by population, but now you are done. It does mean that I can rip up this, and that means in our next episode we can sort of work out what the hell we're going to do about waste. Yeah, I need to solve the waste problem from too much people and too much poop, and okay, remove that, and my autosave, thanks. Can I remove that? Can I remove that? And you have 76 waste in you. I'm going to remove that as well. And you're empty as well. Cool. Yep, we've done a good job of cleaning up this area. This has been emptied. Excellent. And as for over here, oh, they've even filled this in. Cool. So that means I have enough room for another reactor, which is good because that means we're going to stay on top of our power problems. Also means in the next episode we should have a couple more vehicles available to us, which means I can definitely have some new diggy boys get built to help with clearing out areas and also well, building out new tracks, because I want to move the train line from here. Rather than coming through here, I want to go straight and into here. But all that'll have to wait for the next episode. We have 2 mines up and running. Now means I have access to more gold. Also means all of this can be decommissioned as well. So yeah, I might as well get the trucks happening on this. And with all that said and done, I'm going to call this video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the very next video where, yes, we're going to continue expanding out the island. And I think we're at the point where I need to go look at, well, some of the research we've been doing, namely the space probes. Yeah, but I'll have to wait for the very next episode. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the very next video. All right, bye.